This video is how to use OBS to create YouTube video. It is a beginner's video. And this is my first video that I've made using OBS, teaching OBS, which I'm still learning myself. So you have to bear with me. And the reason why I wanted to create this video is because of all the videos I've seen out there. I've had to just keep on piecing things together. And you're going to have to do it too. But I want to show you the main kind of the tricks that I've learned or what I've done. And actually when you kind of learn things, everything becomes relatively simple. But if you don't know it, you don't know it. You have to learn. And also, if you go to Google and you type in how to use OBS to make YouTube videos, you're either going to find one or two things, or you're not going to find anything. There's just not much out there. So I hope that this helps you out. There are other people who have done a really good job on making OBS and learning OBS, and I'm going to link those in my description box. The things that I do here, I'm going to timestamp. So let's get on with it. Welcome to the video, and I hope that this helps you out. Just to let you know, this is my setup that I have here. I'm in my garage, and there's a couple ring lights, one on that side, one on that side, a little overhead light, and I actually have, it's my garage light. Got that light there. That's my lighting. The ring lights are probably like 15 bucks on Amazon. And then there's my microphone, the Yeti. And there's what I designate as monitor number 1. Back here is monitor number 2. Here's a little whiteboard with my ideas on here. And behind me will be the green screen. There's my little setup. And then what I want to emphasize with my setup is that I have 2 monitors. And the little bit I know of OBS is, I don't know if you have to have 2 monitors, but I do have 2 monitors. The second chapter here will be about hooking up a second monitor. All right, the very first thing we've got to do is download OBS. So let me go up in the URL here. I'm going to type in OBS Studio and hit, and there's even download right there. Okay, and then you see download OBS. Click on that and you will download OBS. Okay, now let's talk about setting up the second monitor. This is my second monitor here, the white one. And I have my power cord, and then this other plug right here goes to the back of this computer right here. This is a Windows computer, all-in-one right there. And it plugs into that. And once I have that plugged in, you go to System, Display, you designate monitor number 1, monitor number 2. Okay, once you got the monitors hooked up to each other, both the displays are the same. What I'm going to do here on the desktop is I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go to Display Settings on my Windows. Over here, I have duplicate these displays. I'm going to go extend, click on extend these displays, and then I'm going to go keep changes. That's going to be it. Okay, now what I want to do is share with you how OBS actually works. Because when I first started, I'm looking at this and I'm freaking out. I'm here to tell you it's nothing to be freaked out about. And it's very, very cool. First of all, let's go over here to scenes. Now I already have scenes, but let me tell you, first of all, let me do a little transition here. I'm going to keep this like this. Okay, so let me just tell you on scenes. You think scenes, how does that go in your mind? What do you think about a scene? And what I want to tell you is, think about yourself as like a playwright, and you're creating a play, and like an opening scene. What do you want the opening scene to be? someone floating down a river on a boat with a guy and being with his girlfriend, something simple like that. And you think, okay, I'll put that in that's my first scene. It's like, well, how in the hell does that happen? Well, whatever your mind thinks up, you create it. You're the playwright. Okay? So that is a scene. And so here you go. Here's the plus button. You go plus, and then right here, you enter in beautiful girl and guy going down the river, something like that. I'm not going to type that in. I'm just explaining to you. Okay, so that would be, you know what? Let me type it in. Girl and guy going down river. So there's our scene. Girl and guy going down the river. You have that scene. Now, how do you make that happen? What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use a video of a girl and guy going down the river. So, or you could go into image. So you type in the word image, and then you go, okay, so there's the image. And then from the image, you have to browse and you pull up the image. So the girl and the guy, that's the scene that you want to create. The source is you pick the image. Now from the image, you go and you browse in your computer on the internet and you find where that image is, and there you go. You got it. How you create the scenes is whatever your mind is thinking. Now for teaching videos on YouTube, mainly I figure three things. I want a camera and a monitor. This is my monitor number 2, and here's me. So there's the camera and the monitor. The other one is just here. See this on monitor 2? So I'm going to click on that, and here I just have a monitor. And then over here, next I have the camera only. See, there's camera only. And let me go back up here to camera. And then I have monitor 1 and then camera and monitor 1. But I'm going to go camera and monitor 2. When you're making YouTube videos, you're going to want to have your monitor number 2, and you're going to have your camera. And then you can switch off from there and do your different things. Now, for me, as far as if I was to make YouTube videos, I use Chrome. And with Chrome's up here, I can just add my different tabs. Let's say I wanted to insert clips from videos I see on YouTube, clips from Instagram. So there's two kinds of outputs if you think about this. The input of me speaking into the microphone, and the output is what's coming out of the computer. So it's not going into my speakers, coming back into this speaker. Let me go through that again. There's two types of audio. One is the input from the microphone, and the other one is the output, the computer. And I got it set on default, and default will work just fine. Now, the last thing I want to tell you is when you're done making your video, you go up here to File and Show Recordings. And that's where your recordings are going to be. All right. And then also in your settings, it'll show where your recordings are going. But if you ever need to find your recordings, don't be freaking out. You can just go up here, and here are going to be your recordings. Remember, as far as config, just auto config. Just choose auto config, go simple, let the computer do its thing, boom, done. You hook up your monitor, we got that going. You download OBS, you get that going. Once you get going, you have your scenes. Again, for me, I basically have camera and monitor 2, and camera only. So you switch between those three, and that creates all the scenes that I need. And it'll be in the description box, those people who I've watched who have created some very good OBS videos. But I hope this helps.